Hey, welcome back and thanks for checking out another video. This is actually the second video in the upstate Hudson, New York video. Last week we talked about me going out on my own and making a video and taking some photos while Melissa hung back at our Airbnb. This video we're actually going to be going over some of the photos and checking out some of the photos from when Melissa and I went out, did some things and stuff like that. There was a lot of things to do in Hudson and we did them, and these photos are going to be about them. So we started off our day by going to this really cute little park, and the real big draw about this park was it was on the water, but in the water was a lighthouse that had been there for looked like a very long time. Is actually in the drone video in this beginning of this video. And besides taking photos of it and with the drone, I also just recently purchased a 200mm lens for my Pentax 6.7. This is a nice zoom lens. It goes down to 4.5, so it's got a decent opening, and it gets really good photos of far away things. This was a game changer for me when I picked it up. I was able to get a couple really awesome shots of the lighthouse in the water just by using this lens. It helped me get closer than I would with like my 75 or my 105mm. As you can see in the photos, we weren't the only ones at that park. There were a lot of people out that day. It was a gorgeous, warm autumn day. And as we walked around, I took a couple of more photos and we enjoyed the time we had at that park. We walked around, we sat down, we had some food. It just got some really, really good photos of that day. And right before we left that park, we just went around this like back entrance to where this like entrance of an old factory was. And I got this really awesome photo of this train on the tracks. It wasn't moving, it was just kind of sitting there. And I popped that lens back on and took this really awesome photo, which I absolutely love. Next, after that, we walked around the town of Hudson a little bit more, and I felt like just kind of walking around the town and getting like an upstate New York, American kind of Americana feel of photos. So while we were walking around, checking out the different shops, pop off a couple of shots of this cute little upstate New York, Americana style kind of town that was very awesome, and it was a lot of fun. And I got these really great photos of this cute little upstate New York town. We really enjoyed our time there. I mean, this town was awesome, by the way. They were very into like the Black Lives Matters movement, and was a great little area to hang out with. Great food, nice people, cool art, and things to do. So we finished our day out, went back to the place. I went to the bar, Melissa hung out, and we just kind of finished our day there. The next day, as we were heading back home to New York City, we got a little hungry. We needed a little bit of coffee. So we just pulled off of the thruway and found this absolutely adorable, awesome little like hole in the wall mom and pop restaurant that had some of the best egg and cheese sandwiches I've had outside of my mom's kitchen. And I had one roll of Fuji Pro 400H left, and I wanted to make sure that I finished all the film that I came up with before I dropped it off at Bleecker. And I took a chance and put the roll into my camera and just started to take a couple of photos because this place was like picturesque, upstate New York kind of feel. There's these photos of the fall foliage and the bushes and the trees there, and just, you know, everything just started to change colors. And then I'm a huge fan of like old cars, and there was a car, like an old station wagon parked in this like junkyard parking lot that I wanted to get a photo of, and I popped this 200mm lens on and took this photo, and this is probably one of my favorite photos I've taken in a long time. I wish I could have got a little bit closer, but it said no trespassing, so I wanted to respect that because I've had things like that happen before. And I was able to get this shot, and I absolutely love it. But all in all, that was our upstate New York, Hudson, New York adventure. It was wonderful. I absolutely loved getting away from the city for a little while for the weekend. We had a wonderful time there. The people at the Airbnb were so nice and gracious. It was such an awesome place. I highly recommend checking out Hudson, New York if you want to get out of the city for a little while and get that upstate New York sort of feel. But it was definitely great. I hope you enjoyed these photos. Thank you for watching. Please make sure to thumbs up, like, subscribe, and I will see you in the next one, which will be me going upstate New York again to Harriman State Park and Orange County, New York, where I grew up for a little while. So stay tuned for that. That's going to be a really good one. Remember to just shoot. I'll see you in the next one.